I am from Austin, Texas, and I am the creator, co-writer, and artist on Bigfoot Knows Karate. Bigfoot Knows Karate, yeah, is my current project, but I've been doing independent comics since 2007. Do you want to go all the way back then, or what do you want? Where do you want me to go
I
to?
really just want to hear your story. Like, how did
Sure.
you get to this point now?
Sure.
So you
Yeah,
started
no.
2007?
Yeah, I did my first book in 2007. I was doing my first project was called Latex Avenger, and he had a sidekick, spermicidal foam lad, and together they repelled crime 99.9% of the time. And
I
yeah,
love
it was like Family Guy on steroids turned up to 11. And
Nice.
so I did that project for a while. I probably did 7 or 8 issues of that book, and
Okay.
that was a lot of fun. Got a lot of funny looks at the convention on the convention circuit for that, especially since I used to give out condoms with my logo on them and give those away. And so I got a lot of funny looks. In fact, we even did a book in the series called The Wrath of Khan that was based on it was CON Khan that was based on all the crazy. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, you're fine.
All the crazy shit that would happen to me at conventions. Me and Bond, my artist at the time, we'd go to these conventions. And people would have all these crazy comments and stuff, and so we just kind of put Latex Avenger and Spermicidal Foam Lad in our places, and and had a convention issue. After that, I did a project called Masters of the Obvious. It was a sci-fi.
Uh-huh.
It was a sci-fi space parody. You had characters like Dr. Biclops. He has 2 eyes, and the Visible Woman. You can't miss her. And they flew around in a battle toaster called the USS Screensaver, having pop culture adventures throughout the galaxy.
Holy shit.
You dealt with characters like the My Little Jabronis and the Puggalos and Darth Redenbacher, and I can go. So that was a web comic. I did that for Hound Comics with Bon, and we did that together. And then I did a thing for the Stan Lee Foundation called Excelsior: The Uphill Adventures of a Boy Named Stanley. That was something. And and then after that, I'd gotten married. I had a couple of stepkids move in with me and raised these kids. They're my kids. I mean, it was like
Yeah.
day one, we just kind of like. Yeah. So, there was no time for comics, there was no time for traveling to conventions and stuff like that. So I stepped it all back for a few years really. And I was burned out anyway. I was just so burned out from the whole comics industry thing. It was a beating. And so, and during the lockdown, my wife said to me, "Hey, why don't you make a comic?"
Oh.